Hello and welcome to Positively United. Today, the 9th of May, 2026. It's Saturday. And amazingly, we're playing on a Saturday at 3 o'clock. Who'd have guessed? Old school. It's like back to the 70s. Half expect to see Tommy Docherty on the touchline and Martin Buchan at centre-back and Stuart Pearson up front. We hardly play any games on a Saturday at 3 o'clock, do we, these days? It's unheard of. But today we are, and it's only a couple of hours to kick off when I'm recording this, so I'm very late producing my predicted 11 for the game, which is what this video is. So let's not delay anymore. Let's move. Let's move straight to it. So, this could be the starting 11. That Carrick picks, but I actually hope in a sense it isn't, and let me explain why as I go. I think the first thing is, let's look at the back four. Well, Lammens obviously, selects himself. That's not going to be anything else. And we haven't, over the last few games, had too many debates about the back four. It's kind of like picked itself because of injury and suspensions. But Martinez is back available today after suspension. There's absolutely no way Aidan Heaven should be dropped in favour of Martinez. I'm so strong on that. Absolutely no way that Martinez should just waltz back into the team. Of course he's the senior player. Of course he's kind of a better player than Aidan Heaven. He's more experienced. He's a World Cup winner. He can play beautiful passes that break the lines through the channels. He is a wonderful, wonderful defender. But what's Heaven done to deserve being dropped? Nothing. He's played really, really well in the last few games that he's played. He's done absolutely nothing to get him dropped. Nothing at all. So I don't see any reason why Heaven should be dropped. That's just football. But there's more to football than just football, if you understand what I mean. There's the messages that your decisions send out too. And I think this is quite a test for Carrick. I really do. So I know I'm in a big minority, tiny minority, I should say, in that I actually think Martinez deserved to get sent off when he pulled Dominic Calvert-Lewin's hair against Leeds. He deserved it. He deserved to get sent off. It wasn't an accident, I don't think. Neither did the FA. I don't think he's had accidentally touched Calvert-Lewin's ponytail, or whatever it's called. I think he pulled it deliberately. That's what I think. As I said, the FA obviously agreed. Now, I know FA is not exactly flavour of the month was at the moment. I disagree with the FA's attitude towards, for example, Harry Maguire's sending off. But I thought they got Martinez right. Who was I cross with about the Martinez sending off? I was cross with Martinez because I thought what he did was irresponsible, selfish, and totally lacking in discipline. And he got a 3-game suspension and brought us down to 10 men in that game. I'm sorry, he doesn't deserve to get back in the team straight away. He might play his way back into the team. He might be brought back into the team because of a drop of form or an injury to a player that's already there. But right at the moment, Martinez does not deserve to be brought back in. Heaven's done nothing wrong, either from a footballing sense or the way that he demeans himself, or way he puts himself about. He's done nothing wrong. I think it'd be wrong to drop Heaven in favour of Martinez. It would give out the wrong message. I think Heaven needs to be rewarded for his excellent play and the way he's managed himself. So I will be disappointed beyond belief if Heaven doesn't play and Martinez plays in his place. I suppose the alternative is that you leave Heaven there and you drop Maguire for Martinez, but I can't see why would we play with 2 left-footed players in those circumstances when we don't have to. And Maguire's done nothing wrong to be dropped. He did make a mistake in the last game, but I think every player can be forgiven one mistake. Otherwise, we'd be dropping, for example, Lamans for the one mistake that he made in the game last week, which would be ridiculous. So I expect a back four of Dalot, because I don't think that, again, what's he done that's so bad to be dropped? Mazraoui hasn't shown, I don't think, since he's been back in the team off and on, and when he's played it right back, that he deserves to be selected ahead of Dalot. So I think it's going to be Dalot, Maguire, Heaven and Shaw. Shaw's kind of like an automatic choice at the moment for very good reasons. He's available and he's playing well. Is he for Shaw of 5 years ago? Of course not. But he's still a very, very good left back. Next season is when we should be thinking about rotating Shaw out and finding his permanent replacement, not at the end of this season. Same for Dalot, by the way. I think we need a new right back. But I'll produce a video sometime this week about who I think we should be, the positions in the team that we should be looking at in the summer. And I'll talk more about right back and left back. Defensive midfielders, Mainu and Casemiro. Who else could it be? They pick themselves. Now, we've got choices. Sorry, excuse me, up front. And I would be hoping that with 3 games to go, European qualification, Champions League qualification, in fact, already sewn up, that we might start showing a little bit of flexibility up front. We might give some players who've had either limited chances or no chances at all an opportunity to have at least some minutes. So, at the time of speaking, as I said, it's about 2 hours before kickoff. It's still not clear whether Šeško is fit enough to play. Let's assume that Šeško, is not fit enough to play. So I am going to assume that Šeško's out. In those circumstances, I'd like to see Xerxes given a chance. I really would. Unless Manchester United behind the scenes know that he's definitely going this summer, I think Xerxes needs an opportunity to show what he can do as the forward. I really do. I think he deserves the chance. So I hope that if Šeško isn't playing, that Xerxes plays in that role, rather than using Cunha or Mbumo in that position. I certainly don't want Mbumo to play in that forward role, because I do not believe it's doing him any favours at all at the moment. If Mbumo plays, which I hope he does, he should be playing on his regular right-hand position. I could accept Cunha playing up front, and then if Xerxes wasn't starting, Mount on the left. Or, of course, if not Mount, Ahmad. So that's a possible forward line of Fernandes, Diallo, Ahmad, Mbumo and Cunha up front. But I really would like to see, because we don't have to win these games now. Of course, it would be wonderful if we did, but I would really just like us to see players that we haven't had a chance of seeing much up until now. So I really want to see Xerxes. I think he deserves an opportunity. So I hope that the forward line today is going to be Fernandes, Cunha, Mbumo and Xerxes. Do I think it will be? Do you know, I wouldn't be at all surprised if it was. And if so, that's what I think is the team that Carrick will go with. Do I really think that Carrick will go this way? No. I think he'll play. I don't know why he does it this way. I don't know why he thinks Mbumo is that front player. But I think there's a very good chance that is the starting 11. Fernandes, Cunha, Ahmad and Mbumo as the furthest forward player. It's not what I would do. I would play Xerxes there, and I'd play Mbumo on the right, and I would drop Diallo down to the bench. There's ample opportunity for substitutes in a game like this, I think, if it goes well for United. And I think any opportunities for substitutions in the second half should be taken. So, for example, let's just assume that this is the starting 11 that Carrick goes with. I'd be very, very keen at some stage to see either Cunha or Mbumo or Diallo pulled off, either at half-time or like 10 minutes into the second half or something like that. And then Xerxes, if he hasn't started, I'd very much like to see Xerxes on. So let's imagine Ahmad goes off and Xerxes comes on. Then I'd expect Mbumo to come back to his favoured position on the right. And I'd expect us to look like that. If it's not Xerxes, why shouldn't it be Obi? But I think it's more likely to be Xerxes. I think I'd also very much like to see Mason Mount have some time in this game too. And if that's the case, then I would say, for example, Cunha, give him a bit of a break and bring Mason Mount on instead. There's lots of opportunities for moving things around. But anyway, after a bit of toing and froing and a bit of indecision, I'll be honest with you, who do I think Carrick will really go with? I think he'll go with his tried and trusted players, the ones he clearly feels are up to the job. I don't want to see him there, but I think he's going to put Mbumo up front because I'm working on the assumption that Šeško is not going to be available, and I think he'll go with that, which we've become quite used to in the circumstances. Cunha, Fernandes, Diallo, and Mbumo. I must admit, I would have preferred to see Mbumo on the right and Xerxes get a chance, and I hope we see that, but I don't think we will. Right, I will. That's it for today for the predicted 11. I'll see you when the game is finished. I'll try and get all my videos done today, actually. So I'll try and do a match reaction, a play ratings, and a 5 insights. I'll try and get all that done today. At least if some of it needs to leak into tomorrow, it will. But I'll try and get as much done today as possible. So there you go. Yeah, if you like the video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you've got a friend out there who you think would like this channel, please tell them about it and persuade them to subscribe as well. Subscribe to my X channel. That's Positively United, United spelled UTD, because I post on that more regularly than I post videos to YouTube. But until we see each other after the game has been played and we know the result and we know how we've played, remember to always be positively united.